Hello students, welcome to Btech360 and Career 360. As you all know, the admission cycle is almost at the fag end. And a few of you still might not have got admission in the college of your choice, branch of your choice, or the combination of the two. And you might still be exploring options. So this video is meant for those people who are still exploring options because you did not get what you wanted and you might be at this point in time at a crossroads. I'm not suggesting that you must be looking at any of these things. If you got into JOSA, if you got into NIITs, IITs and all, we'll go through that route also. But what I'm about to show is those colleges that are still open for admission. There are a lot of things that are already closed for admission, including the VITs, the Manipals, the Amritas, the SRMs and those kind of things. It's already JOSA is almost done, CSAP is almost done, CUET is almost done. So you're actually dealing with most of the entrance examinations being completed. By the way, as you speak now, a few states still are going through the counseling process. So those students are also still not decided of what they must do or not do. But the other thing that's very important for you to know is that a lot of you who've gone through the processes already and are now understand that you don't have a chance of getting into the better college at a branch of your choice, both as a combination, might be looking at or exploring other options. So what I'm about to talk about is those universities and colleges that are still open for admission. And I repeat, it's only a select few of them at this point in time because I'll not be able to give you a comprehensive list for the simple reason that many of the states are still going through counseling process. Let me explain to you what are still open for admission at a university level. We're talking about top engineering colleges. Top might be a subjective word at this point in time, but top engineering colleges which are still open for admission. Let me put it that way. So we also looked at NRF data to actually recommend these things, right? So now a few of you, if you want any connects and all, there is a number that I opened up which is a helpline number 8130376334. 8130376334. Send us a message, apply, and one of our counselors will call you and help you apply to these colleges also if you want anything like that, or even counsel you of what is better and what is not so good, right? So do look out for that and do subscribe to Btech360 if you want to keep getting information about your admission chances. Now let's look at first BITS Pilani. The BITS Pilani Dubai campus is still open for admission. You must also know that when you join the Dubai campus, ultimately you will end up getting a BITS Pilani degree. So that becomes a very viable option. And one of the reasons why we are talking about this, because of course it comes from the BITS family, which is very, very good. And August 18th is the last date for them. The last date for this is 18th of August, so you still have time. And last year, for the last data that we have, we actually had 170 students who participated for placement and 142 students actually got placement. The difference between 290 and 170 is because many of these people in Dubai campus might not even participate for placement because they want to come back to India and deal with life. So in Dubai campus, there are more than half participate in placement and they do get placement also there. So this is what is the placement data for them. This BITS Pilani Dubai campus is open for placement, open for admission. The last date is 18th of August this month. So you can apply there. The next one is PES University, which is based in Bangalore, one of the better universities that you have in the country in terms of private universities, because they really work hard on placements also. If you look at their data, in the year 24-25, 1,395 students were admitted, graduated as 1,526 because they also have lateral recruitment, lateral admission. 1,068 students were placed, 258 went for higher studies, 84% placement. But most importantly, because it's in Bangalore, it's got a advantage in terms of the location. Because a lot of companies are based in Bangalore and they do obviously recruit, and PES was one of the destinations where many of these companies go for recruitment, and that is where you actually see the median salary of being 13.05 lakhs. This is data that is submitted to the Government of India NIRF. So just remember that whatever I'm showing here is NIRF data, otherwise I'll tell you. So any data that I'm talking of from here on is the data that these people submitted to Government of India. It is not my data, not something that I can structure or anything like that. If it is not government data, I'll tell you specifically, right? This is NIRF data, which is Government of India, Ministry of Education, right? And these people, PES University, submitted this data to Government of India, and that is what I'm saying, which is 13.05 lakh being the median salary, 84% being the placement, and about 1,068 students getting placed. So that's the second part, and it is still open for admission. The third one is UPES. The last date for admission is August 28, 2026. Here also the placement rate is 95.62%. The median salary is 6.75 lakh. And in the year 24-25, 1,070 students were placed from a total batch of 1,133. So we're dealing with about 95% placement at 6.75 lakh. So which is a decent number. And again, I repeat, because I'm saying it is decent because at this point in time, at the fag end, very few good ones are left. And that's the only thing that I can talk about now, because a large portion of it is already completed the admission process and the classes are about to start also. The next one is Amity University in Noida. Amity, again, in the year 23-24, about 1,048 students were admitted, 1,033 were graduated, 589 were placed, 64% placement, and 6 lakh rupees being the median salary. But it's still open for admission. If you're looking for anything around Delhi NCR, this becomes a decent option, and the application deadlines is still open, so you can apply there also. The next one is REVA University is based in Bangalore. So you should also know something that, universities that are based in Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi NCR and all have some kind of a location advantage, because companies are all here. They're looking for placement. So a lot of companies go there, and it's, for them, proximity is also very important. So they do go there for placement, which is where, universities and colleges that are based in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay and all do have a location advantage. It works for some of them. Now REVA is in Bangalore. If you now look at that data, 1,849 students were admitted, 1,794 graduated, 1,456 actually got placed, which is 82% placement, and 7.18 lakh rupees is the median salary. So this again is NIRF data as a report. So everything that I'm talking about is NIRF data, which is Government of India, Ministry of Education data. The next one is Dayananda Sagar University, which is again based in Bangalore. 88% placement in the last data for which we have it, and the median salary is 5.7 lakh. And about 741 students were placed from 1,011, and 172 students preferred to go for higher education also. So again, that's the thing, 5.7 lakh being the median salary. Then comes Presidency University, which is based in Bangalore again. 2,478 students graduated, 2,144 students got placed. That's quite a big number, right? And 52 more for higher studies, 88.37% placement, 6.5 lakh being the median salary. And it's been consistently growing, 4.86 lakh, 6.5 lakh. So there seems to be a trend of growth as far as this university is concerned. So one more that you can look out for. Then comes Woxsen University. This is based in Hyderabad. We don't have the NIRF data, so we took it from the placement brochure, by the way. So just be very clear about it. And they talk of 100% placement, 18 lakh being the highest salary, 13.82 lakh being the average salary for the top 20%. Big caveat, top 20%. The average salary overall is 8.92 lakh, and they talk of paid internship of 100% also. But this is coming from the marketing brochure. They have not submitted to the NIRF of the Government of India. The next one is Sage University, which is based in Indore. They actually have about 278 students graduated, 208 students placed, 87% placement, because 39 students moved for higher studies, and the placement is 5.1 lakh. For a place like Indore, this is decent. And as I said, 208 students were placed. And this one is very good, NIIT. Now, NIIT University comes from the house of NIIT, which is the pioneer in terms of education and certification and diploma programs long back. And they set up a university which is in Nimrana, which is close to Delhi. That also gives them an advantage. Very good integrity of the promoters and the way they conduct themselves. Now here, 174 students were admitted, 105 were graduated, 74 placed, 11 moved for higher studies, 78% placement, and the median salary is 6 lakh rupees. So this in Nimrana, which is close to Delhi NCR again, so it works for them. It's on the way to Jaipur. And then MS Ramaiah, this is a very good one. I'm surprised about the median salary being 5 lakh here, because this again is based in Bangalore, very good university. I would vouch for it. MSRIT is one of the most premier colleges there, and of course it doesn't come. MSRUAS is a different university, MSRIT is different, but both come from the same group in that sense, right? So MSRUAS is what this is called, and here 580 students graduated, 393 were placed, 90% placement, because 151 students moved for higher studies, right? And 5 lakh being the median salary, which is what it is surprising for me. I would be surprised that it is as low as this, because it's been 7.5 lakh and all, and Bangalore typically deserves that. But I can vouch for the university, and that's why I included this part of it here. This, of course, NIRF data is what I'm talking about, right? But I would vouch for this university for the kind of work that they do, and that is where I'm recommending that you can look out for that also. And as I told you, these are all universities and colleges that are open for placement at this point in time. Had I spoken 1 month back, the list would have been dramatically different, because for admission at that point in time. Now what I'm talking about is the very restricted list of those universities and colleges that are still open for admission, and I'm still recommending from them a select list, a few of them, which are still looking for admission. Or if you want any help in terms of application, or even recommending, or even talking to a counselor, this is the number that you would be looking at. 8130-376-334. Send us a message, apply, and one of our counselors will call you and they will explain what, answer all your queries. And if you want, we can help you out also. Do subscribe to Btech360 because we're trying to create a lot of information to help you out getting into the best college course possible. And if you subscribe, we'll make sure that you'll keep getting all the information at any point in time. Right? Thank you so much. Namaste.